Yeah, once again, for those of you who are late, James is being substituted by Delight as a stand-in. But everything seems to be fine on the Zero Tenacity side. I am leaning towards that global presence and the pulverization going through. Carapace could become an issue for the Winter Bear side. No, well, there isn't much they can do about Mix Assassin Pablo just setting up things again and again and again. Just a bit of a reference point, the Swede has played Nyx Assassin 21 times in the last 365 days in pro play and has a 76% win rate on it. That's why we are really, really reliant on the pick right now. Actually, I do want to compare that to LeBron's Crystal Maiden draft. And if you want to compare these matches, these stats, you can go to cyberscore.live for team stats, meta stats, all the stats and more. Check our partner site, cyberscore.live. Cyberscore.live, link in the description. As the Crystal Maiden with 8 picks and 4 wins for LeBron. It's time to make or break this one. As a 5-man smoke up in Zero Tenacity, there comes an approach on to Reality and the boys. But as soon as Pablo's smoke breaks, he's just going to dance around. Out comes the long approach from Zero Tenacity. That's Pablo feigning the straight approach. Here they pull in Reality. Out comes the blood drive beautifully from Dodd. They find the Templar Assassin as their first blood. As John Pro's March of the Machines doesn't do jack. I think they denied one of the bounty runes. Actually, yeah, the one standing right there. That's Pablo. Gonna be met with a little bit of aggression coming out from Reality, but despite all that, he just shakes it off with the spike. Which is actually an impale. I might call it a nerve spike from time to time, but it is what it is. Pablo gonna lose his courier to Jana Pro. Out comes the March of the Machines. As I think all this does is just shove out the wave. We'll see. Maybe this is a plan between Jana Pro and Reality we haven't seen before. Could be some new tech. Impale onto 2 though. Now this trample we've seen before as Nefrit will be happy to lure the HP pools of Reality and Jana Pro to 1/3. As down bottom, Delight falling rather a little low, but the Willow will escape and move back all the way to the base. LeBron also surviving with just an inch of health. As Stoikov also suffering from some damage put out by Bastille. And Pablo going for the long pull. First Primal Beast. Jana Pro. Going to courier a little bit late. In Reality doesn't get the waves connected. But it's going to be a double up wave for the Templar Assassin. As down bottom, Blood Red connecting on to Kachal. But the Doom will not be approached since the Bramble Mace kind of zones them out. Dodd will keep his respective distance for now. Stoikov. I don't think he's in skewer opportunity just yet. Down bottom of the Bramble, still zoning, doing its job. As Reality could be collected here. The Impale just off the mark from Pablo. As for the protective defensive matrix, it's still gonna be a second death on the Templar. Jana Pro picking up the compensation kill. There's Nefrit. Just let's go of the Lotus. Let's the Tinker have it. kind of find it interesting that he skips the laser, rather goes for the defense matrix, as the Templar is going to get refraction anyway, sooner rather than later. But a true support doesn't just harass, it also protects. As Kachal, gotta find a kill onto LeBron. Finally, the Bramble does make the catch onto the Wolf. That persona always baffles me, though. I really hope that CM would be riding a Wolf in that persona, but I didn't expect her to become the persona itself, as I didn't expect John Pro to pick up the kill on the Frit either. It looks like the defense matrix is allowing reality to be a bit more aggressive than you would expect the Templar to be. As on the Bastille, also close to death. Dud, getting the thirst bonus. Light. In with the rush. They do see Nefrit. Reality. Does get the meld off, but not enough right clicks to actually kill the Primal Beast. Once again, all about sustain and lane control, as Bastille actually made the rotation. Sub 6 minutes to the top lane. But the Observer Ward will give away the Magnus's ruse. Down bottom. The Bloodseeker is thriving. 32-10 versus in reality's 25-7 on the Templar.
Dire are scanning.
Not absolutely not worried about himself. There's a Crystal Nova also revealing Delight and Kachal, so no aggro on the bottom lane either. Of course, on the network charts, we can see that the 3 Radiant cores are confidently in the lead. Hey, Strun, bottled up by Bastille. A little bit late from Stoikov on the Tornado. Nefrit trying to sit on John Pro, but the March of the Machines is proving to be tedious. As Bastille finds the Cockroach, also known as the Nyx Assassin, shoves Pablo under the tier 2 tower. Out comes the Impale as well. Pablo denies himself to the tower. But a kill is a kill is a kill is a kill, as Winterbear will take that. But counterplay onto the bottom. Bastille coming over, trying to sit on LeBron. The Blood Right does connect onto 2. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be a kill on LeBron. Stoikov, 2 levels above the Magnus, but cannot make contact. 7-minute Wisdom Rune spawn as Nefrit turning around with a Pulverize. The defense matrix helping out reality to survive the onslaught. Will save Nefrit from shame as he survives with the Skewer. Bastille makes it over to the other side of the river. Zero Tenacity. Not finding the true angles, but they are finding the gold. There's Winter Bear trying to fault them with ganks. Holding on to your enemy. Not letting him get that momentum. Really important in Dota. All about that tempo, right? As we are hitting a nice average of 1 kill per minute. I do not mind that amount of action in my games, but remains to be seen if Zero Tenacity will get off the ground. They are going for the Radiance build on the Bloodseeker, so it's gonna be a close one. As Stoikov, they're looking to shut down the light on the mid lane, but at the very same time, a Doom did go out onto Dodd. Once around the turn again, play from Dodd. He did want to kind of dive the Doom under tier 1 tower, but at the end of the day, they give up on it, and this is going to be a support exchange when all thing is done and dusted. Dodd? If he would be Sunstrike, nah, he's not low damage enough anymore. It would be a fun play, but not this time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nine minutes into gameplay, 9 kills on the board. It's Pablo and Nefrit. They could just get these hanging heroes of Delight just hanging out in his own jungle. The Radiant Scan doesn't find anything. Pablo finds the visual, but they're scared of Pastille. Chana Pro Winter Bear turning back onto the mid lane for the power rune, but it is going to be up top. An Arcane. Good catch on Pastille, but the Frostbite. It's not going to stop the Skewer, but it will give them the opportunity to just set up on the Magnus. Pulverize him to death as Pastille falls. Zero Tenacity. For the second time this game in the net worth lead. It looks like Zero Tenacity just show up on the lane, and every time Winter Bear are just on the run. Pablo doesn't get the carapace off perfectly, but stun is a stun is a stun. Nefrit close to the Blink Dagger. That could be the initiation with the Pulverize they need. But it will still lead to Pablo getting gunned down by Pastille and the boys. Winter Bear up by 3 kills. But yeah, I think one thing the Dire side is ignoring really hard is that the Radiant cores are picking up a lot of value from all these rotations made by Winter Bear. Not much to show for it on the Winter Bear side. Despite the kills and everything else, it's John a Pro with almost 3.5k net worth, while Pastille hasn't even hit 4k yet. Well, Tier 1 Tower is not really under threat by either side. It's kind of itemization and farming fiesta for both of these teams. Dodd has the opportunity to get closer and closer and get that Sacred Relic and the Radiance sooner rather than later.
Dire are scanning for scraps. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is usually the time I ask Kojda how his breakfast or what he ate for it. It is just a little bit of pressure here, a little bit of pressure there, but no rotations will be coming out, seeing as Winter Bear are aware of their predicament. And they're ready to just farm up as John up Pro
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
with the level 8 Tinker is just constantly rotating around the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But Mr. March of the Machines is more than capable. They're just picking up all this farm. It's just that post to Holy Locket, I am kind of wondering, after GG Boots, what's he gonna do? Dagon slowly but surely approaching on Pablo. As LeBron and Dot should be aware that there's a big rotation coming at them from Winter Bear. Pastille finding the angle with the Doom and the RP. But even with the reverse polarity, they still find a kill onto the Nefrit with a Pulverize, setting up a play onto Bastille and the boys, as Jonna Pro is just melting under the tantrum of Nefrit. The Infernal Blade, a significant amount of damage to the Primal Beast. The Stoikov, a bit exposed, but it is still 3 for 2. Can they get more? Well, we wanted action, and we got actually quite an amount of it. Their casual 600 gold of a turn later. Zero Tenacity. I don't think you could call this 7-9 a confident lead at 50 minutes in. Kills were given to Winter Bear, and they've taken names, or they've taken the farm in exchange. But did not go for the Maelstrom, the quick farming item on the Bloodseeker, which is my preferred way of doing it, but overall, you know, Dodd can't really fault him for his builds. Currently bunking up with LeBron, FYI. As the skewer misses, Pablo just hanging out on the mid lane does force Bastille to back off and give away the vision as they find the Templar assassin. Nefrit is ready to just sit on reality as the Sunstrike will smite down the Templar assassin. Yes, they do lose LeBron here, but oh well. Out comes the tornado. Stoikov needs to shake off 3 people, but instead they turn around with a Nefrit. Pulverize. Pablo with the impale perfectly onto the Doom. So even if they had the Doom ultimate, they cannot use it. It is on cooldown for 20 more seconds though, as Bastille has an RP. I would not want to turn around with it at this stage. Get Kachal, get the kill, but with the RP, they make the turn. Skewer is available, but Bastille is not pushing the enemy into the tier 2 tower range. They had a fortification as well. That would have been a perfect play for Winter Bear. But at the end of the day, it's rather going to be 2 more casualties, or actually 3 counting the Templar as well for the Winter Bear side. Out comes the freezing field from LeBron as they find Jonna Pro within the trees, take out the Tinker for a ride. Pulverize him one more time as Nefrit with a sliver of HP will need to back off. And it's 3,000 gold, now that you can talk about 70 minutes into play. But Zero Tenacity's lead is by no way super significant. Dodd. Now with the Radiance, we'll move on to the SNY and then the Aghanim Scepter for the Blood Mist. As reality, only done with the D-Lance moving over to the Desolator first, interestingly enough, as on the mid lane we have Bastille getting run down by Nefrit and the boys. Kachal not dropping the Doom on anyone. Doesn't even have the blink yet because he wants a BKB first.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tornado rays onto the light. Beautiful onslaught and meatball combination coming out from Stoikov. That's just nice secures coming out from the boys. As LeBron making the rotation onto the bottom lane. They see Jonna Pro's little March of the Machines. But LeBron will get doomed. Kachal. This seems personal. Ultimate onto the CM, and you're actually happy with the Crystal Maiden that you force out that big of an ultimate. But a bit of rotation onto Pablo in exchange. 2 supports on Zero Tenacity die. And no catch or retaliation from Zero Tenacity. Stoikov. He wants the other 2 cores on his team to join the tier 1 tower as John Pro manages to run away on time. Before the Bloodseeker and the Primal Beast joins. They cancel the order of the fight as reality will get jumped on. Out comes the pulverized Dodd, committing for the play. The Sunstrike and the Rupture comes through as the RB as a retaliation for their actions. Out comes the Tornado from Stoikov, but Nefrit, pulled under the tower, is suffering hard. The Templar will eventually die as Pablo joins into the play, and Stoikov gets the kill. But with the Illusion Rune used, Stoikov makes a turn around. The Cold Snap, gun down on Kachal and Delight. Is working overtime as the Freezing Field secures a few more kills for Zero Tenacity. 3 for the price of 1. What is this, Desco?
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
As another Cold Snap catch, Impale on to the Magnus and a Jonna Pro. Great control coming through, but LeBron might be a casualty here, but Frit running in with the onslaught. As Dodd, his constant presence, the Radiance is working overtime, as they will get another 4 kills on the side of Zero Tenacity for LeBron. Jonna Pro with a disconnect. He was trampled so hard by Nefrit that he just needs a little bit of a break. Well, how are you guys? How is your Thursday afternoon? Mine is going fine. You know, watching some Dotes, eating some popcorn. That is mostly the silent moments in the cast. Having to put something in my mouth. I do appreciate that Stoikov enjoys the humor. $8,000 gold in the lead. Zero Tenacity definitely in the driver's seat. As Jonna Pro approaching the Guardian Grease as well in his build. Reality actually finished the D-Lance and the Desolator, but has not gotten the Blink just yet for the perfect positioning. So approaching these fights on Winter Bear seems like a bit of a mistake. But if they could get a good RP combo off, I would understand. But so far they've been rather unsuccessful in this approach. With Reality circling game plans on the bottom side of the map, no objectives are taken yet by the Winter Bear side. The tier 1 could definitely be up there as time goes by, but it's just an eventuality if they just let it go. But Kachal, once again, the Doom is available. Will he just drop it on the CM once more? Is my question. But Pablo and the boys free farming all over this map after 4 kills. Winter Bear not looking so hot. LeBron and Dodd showing on the bottom. Sanjay Yasha already done. Dodd working on his Agnum Scepter and then Lincoln Sphere to negate the Doom as much as possible. Pablo walking over heaven and earth behind the Doom, as we have said that Scorched Earth will be the downfall of the Doom once or twice at least. As a Skewer pullback coming out from the Magnus, but still doing his very best to survive this trample and the onslaught damage. But Dodd just walking the Magnus to its death as another 3 fall only for the Nyx Assassin.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Doom wasn't even drawn for this. All Jonna Pro can do just help out a little bit with the Mark of the Machines. And Frit diving straight into the robots as the laser hurts a along with the machines. But this ain't the Matrix.
Middle tower is under
Even
attack.
defensively, the Tinker needed to expel all its mana just to survive. Nefrit making it out. As I would be pooping bricks with a TP like that, but Nefrit is just cool as a cucumber. I did always wonder about the expression pooping bricks, shitting bricks. Can you build a house out of those? That could solve the building crisis in some nations, for sure. But weird theories aside, and yeah, the aroma in those rooms would be really, really bad. The construction conundrums aside, Nefrit and Jonapro up on the top lane. The Primal Beast not minding the Tinker at all.
Under attack.
Actually, it is. Just another catch. From Pablo onto the light on the bottom lane. Any effort of Winter Bear will not be ignored as Zero Tenacity will be securing Roshan off of this gameplay. 23 minutes in, no tier 1 tower has fallen on the Radiant side as Winter Bear are down bad 13,000 gold and have just lost Roshan as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think if they would have had the light with the Terrorize, they might have attempted a smoke play, but to be fair, Alacrity Bloodseeker attacks fast and attacks hard. Even current Alacrity has 94 bonus damage coming out. A good old Stoikov. And 94 bonus attack speed, okay. That could be increased, by the way, at level 20. There's Dodd. Now with Ags moving on to the Lincoln Sphere on the Bloodseeker. And only one death so far on the BS. Winter Bear could be looking at a big pinata to pop on the Bloodseeker. If they can manage to get it. That is. As Bolt Snap catch onto the Magnus instead, and inside the triangle. Onslaught long range from Nefrit, but instead it is the Sunstrike that will smite onto the Magnus itself. Easy catch, easy execution, and it's 25 minutes into play. 40 kills already on the board for Zero Tenacity. No, for both teams actually. But 25 of those are Zero Tenacity is a tornado from Stoikov. It's just a setup on the light as they terrorize. They can do anything. They do force out the Doom onto the Primal Beast as Dodd will finally join the fight. Onto Kachel, he goes, rupturing the Doom and moving and surrounding and rotating over targets. The Blood Mist is doing the work as Jonna Pro will die to Stoikov. Dodd a little bit low on the HP, but he will still connect onto the Templar, getting the kill onto Reality and Delight. As that is technically the team wipe. And the whole ordeal starting off with the Magnus dying inside the triangle. 5 for 1. As Zero Tenacity will pick up their first tier 2 tower, minute 26.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Almost twice as many kills on the Zero Tenacity side. And they don't show no signs of stopping. Stoppage does not seem to be in their vocabulary. That's Pablo. Constantly searching and finding for Dodd and team. As the hemorrhaging Bloodseeker Pablo finds the catch onto Jonna Pro, in with the Dagon, in with the Impale, the Sunstrike will connect as Jonna Pro tries to go in for the turn. But I even use the Holy Locket just to survive, but Dodd is here. Dodd is great. Dodd is good, and Dodd will kill. As on the mid lane, Delight will fall, and so will Reality. Disarmed and controlled. Freezing field of LeBron will also help out with the damage. 3 for the power of none, as Kachal will be found inside the Radiant jungle. They're gonna straight up book it towards the Doom. And even with Kachal's BKB used, there is no full rise for 5 more seconds. So no actual hunting of the Doom is going to be available. But BKB forced, we're absolutely happy with that. And you can move on to the mid lane or the top lane or wherever the hell you want, as Pablo is drawing on the map as well. Now truly, with twice as many kills on the board. And with a lead that is quite hard to surpass. As Pablo actually exceeds the net worth of Bastile's Magnus. You do actually know you're down bad when the Cold Snap meme hammer, or meme meteor combo will actually hit you once again. No spaghetti, only the meatballs. As the EMP will zone them out from their own tier 2 tower, and Nefrit gets away with this scot-free. As Pablo finding the Vendetta combo onto the Doom is done in search of the play. Will back off as the Lincoln Sphere is about to arrive.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
With Bastille not being able to make the approach and Kachal not being able to land the Doom on Stoikov or Dodd, I think desperation is in order. I still don't really understand why Kachal is not gunning for the Doom. This is more of the ATF build, but this is only executable when you're in the lead. As Pablo, just more than happy to carapace Vendetta and turn onto Jonna Pro once again. Mechanism and Holy Locket used by Jonna Pro as Dodd is coming for you, but the blink will save Jonna Pro this time. Counter turn from Winter Bear. But rather slow on the approach. I don't think they can execute their move here. Stoikov, LeBron, and Nefrit rather want to go on the aggressive. As it's starting to look like Zero Tenacity are the ones avoiding the fight. Not wanting to run into an RP. March of the Machines, Doom, I don't know, Bramble Mace combo, maybe? As they find reality, wandering in his own jungle. The vision is there. A bit of a melt turnaround coming out from the Templar, but Full Snap lands on Jonna Pro. They will find the Tinker as Kachal almost manages to land the Doom, but he is not as lucky as you think he'd be. As the light will have to terrorize, but it didn't land on anyone. Dad having a good time and a delight killing the Dark Willow. Back to the last outer objective. Oh wait, no. Tier 2 is still standing up top. So, yeah, back to objectives for Zero Tenacity with a numbers advantage. As Nefrit is setting up the top lane as much as he can. Jonna Pro with the buyback is could be Pablo's magnum opus. He tries to initiate onto the Templar Assassin.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Having
under
broken the
attack.
Templar, good tornado raise. As with the Cold Snap, they will ensure that reality will die. Now experience Storm Rage. That's not a Nature's Prophet. What are you talking about? Tenacity just cherry picking any kill they want for themselves. 20 kills up, they could just basically cut down this top lane, as Roshan will be available in 30 seconds. I don't think Zero Tenacity need to be shy with their moves at all. RP is still available from Bastille.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pro still trying to play defensive on this tier 2 tower, but as soon as the Blood Ray comes out, he tries to blink away. Will succeed. The tornado misses him as well. And there's the light. And Kachal had the goal to actually get out of their base. It will still mean that their last tier 2 tower will fall as Winter Bear are slowly but surely getting boxed in. John Pro has to do a lot of work here to shove out the waves off that high ground. It's not out of the question that Zero Tenacity will be patient and try and get Roshan first before they execute their high ground pressure. No sieges, not today, as Pablo and Nefrit. They're on the search for John Pro, but the only they find is Remnant Creeps. Pablo standing right below Delight and the Vision, but a beautiful burst coming out from the next assassin. Truly an assassin to its name, as the Spike Therapist holds on to reality. No RP for you. No RP for Pastille as they cut down Kachal in time. And Pastille, even if they threw out the RP, it's not gonna matter. GG is called as Winter Bear don't want to face off this very, very late game. Zero Tenacity with almost as many K net worth as there are many minutes on the clock. But yeah, a 31K net worth lead in 33, just under 33 minutes is extremely impressive for the LeBron lineup, but it's kind of what we expected. Well, I don't know. I think the Tinker support is still kind of a meme. I think Jinq is the best one at executing it overall with the Healing March of the Machines. But still, kudos to John Pro. This is a fairly significant amount of net worth compared to his teammates. And at one point, he almost out-farmed his Magnus on the map. But that is kind of the support's job, that you set up the farm for your mid laner. And I kind of felt that Bastille and Kachal were rather suffering at finding the right itemization to actually initiate into the Zero Tenacity lineup. And it felt like that even though they had RP, they just didn't have the team fight. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to a break, as game number 1 is won by Zero Tenacity. And we shall be right back with game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 of Zero Tenacity versus Winter Bear here at European Pro League Season 23. It looks like Zero Tenacity are going to double down on their team fight tactics and go for the Phoenix, pun intended. But of course, Winter Bear will respond with the Kachal Enigma. LeBron sticking to the clockwork more than likely, with Pablo going on the Phoenix. Probably, although I do believe that can be swapped back and forth. With the next assassin stolen by the Winter Bear side, they will have a huge heal bonus with the Hand of God on the Chen. Now, for the Terrorblade, I'm not really sure if Nefrit is still playing it on position 3, or are we going to get the carry Dodd Terrorblade in this situation. It was picked before the Enigma reveal, as Winter Bear will be using most of their reserve time on this second phase. Fourth pick, they go for the Sanking overall, as I will not be surprised if Pastile's pick over here is going to be not Sanking. Mid Sat King, though, I'm not always a fan. I rather prefer the hero on offlane. Although several analysts have stated it before that the Sanking just doesn't get the tempo after all that. But yeah, with Zero Tenacity having the fourth pick, they can react into the Sanking or react to the Enigma. A bit of a hero that can take care of the Eidolons would be ideal. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Dodd on the Sven. I would not be, how should we say, unhappy if that's the one we get. It is Dodd's, one of the Dodd's most played carries, sitting at a whopping 58% win rate with 10 wins and 7 losses. Oh, it's only 58%? Weird. Math is weird. But yeah, mathematics aside, let's see. With 20 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be the Monkey King picked up for Zero Tenacity, which is a pretty fast-paced hero overall. Doesn't really give the Enigma the chance to actually get online. And with the Primal Spring taking over any of the attempts at actually staying on the lane, Enigma should have a tough time. And yeah, to be fair, the Clockwork could just basically cog in people and take over the game. Bristleback Band against the off lane is what Winter Bear is drafting. So they're believing that the Terrorblade will be the carry and the Monkey King will be on the mid lane for Stoikov instead. Which is a possibility, although I do prefer Stoikov on his Spirit play. His Monkey King is not out of the picture. But in the last year, he only played it 8 times. I've only won with it 4 times. And if you want to read those stats and similar stats, I'm going to stats some more. Check our partner site, Cyberscore. Cyberscore.live, as the Dawnbreaker for the global presence will also be banned in this sitch. As with the Ursa being taken out, it looks like Zero Tenacity want to go for a Butch offlaner as much as possible, as they will pick up the Sven and stick with the Nefret offlane TB, as previously predicted. Dot carry Sven, and they will go for the Monkey King melee mid lane. Technically, 2.5 melee heroes on Zero Tenacity, all 3 of them cores. And add insult to injury, it's actually 4 melee heroes, technically, since the Clockwork is also melee. Not much range on the side of Zero Tenacity. If Winter Bear can keep their distance, and if the Enigma and the Sanking can set it up, I think a good ranged hero could definitely slap down Zero Tenacity's draft here. But what will reality go for? The Simpler Assassin wasn't really the most convincing, but Zero Tenacity will still ban it out of respect. And with 3 seconds left on the clock, they go for a sniper carry approach. Ballsy, I should say. But it looks like Malfurion's Storm Rage is locked and loaded for this fight. As it will be a Pablo Nefrit offlane combo into the sniper itself. I think the double range could hurt both the Clockwork and the Terrorblade in the long run, but if they can pop Metamorphosis in a nice way, Nefrit could definitely take at least a kill or even two before the sniper or the Chen can react. Meanwhile, yeah, Penitence on the Radiant safe lane is going to be a little bit rough for Nefrit. Meanwhile, Kachel will struggle saving his Eidolons as Dodd have played this numerous times on the World Series on the Americas, so it's not out of the blue. We've seen the Sven on Dodd multiple times, and him playing it in Europe is nothing special to me personally. But yeah, very, very fast pace. As far as I remember, it's Echo Blink, or sorry, Mask of Madness, Echo Blink into BKB. And if he has that huge luxury, if he needs to reach long, as in basically catching up to a carry sniper, then he will go for the Ags post the Blink. So usually he skips the Shard, which I'm quite against. As I recently, or not recently, back in October, I had the opportunity to theorize with ATF for like a minute, and he actually just slammed down how he envisions the offlane Sven. But AUI 2000, I believe, still doesn't let him draft it up. As I still believe with the extra armor and the huge tankiness, the Sven seems like a viable pick to the offlane. But obviously, a status quo is a core and a carry. Uh, Up in the higher echelons of Dota, it doesn't really seem like he will be either at utility position 4 or at utility position 3 with the aura and the Warcry shard. So it looks like Zero Tenacity are the ones asking for a bit of a technical delay this time around.
Now what did we learn from this? Now what did we learn?
So we're just going to chill and relax until game number 2 between Winter Bear and Zero Tenacity starts off. But obviously, more than likely, they're just testing ping features and stuff. According to my ping chart, we are on Western Europe, by the way. That is not the best for Winter Bear, FYI. Since they're playing from Iran, they could be facing 50 to 60 ping comparatively. Although not as bad as when Hokori attended the European side of EPL. I still believe that
You are a true friend.
experience was pretty good for the SA team. As overall, it does seem like South American region with the hunger for sponsors is bringing in, or just breathing a lot of talent. And I mean, yeah, like the recent stunt of Whisper on OG, Dodd now on Z10, Parker on Secret. A lot of the Peruvians are making the trip here, along with the Brazilians, yeah, Thelori Core, just to name one. Lullis as well. It just goes to show you that SA still has somehow a commodity talent. What is up with my mouth today? I might just get some mouth washing, or I just, well, play the video game. If you know, you know. It's actually a pretty rough story. I would not recommend it at night to be played. You're gonna have nightmares. I did.
Seconds to battle.
But yeah, as the early aggressive move into the jungle will run into failure on both sides. I'm actually curious if Dodd wants to move on to the aggressive as Stoikov. And his mischievous tree. Just right of that observer ward, one of the trees is rather suspicious.
The battle
Yeah,
begins.
both LeBron and Stoikov back off. It's going to be 2 for 2 on the Baron Runes. The Chen overextends a little bit as Nefrit will be more than happy. Just send out his reflection back at Jonna Pro. Skachal. It's the same Winter Bear asking for the pause. Quite usual. The reason why we don't have this in pubs is that everyone was coming in from a different situation. But different locations, ping synchronicity is not going to be on time every time. Some people are in different continents of the world. But yeah. With the shrapnel start, as you can hear, Reality is going to have a rather better start than the previous games. Seats are taken out by Pablo. Long range call play coming out from the Clockwork. This is keen civil war between the Clock and the Sniper. Anyone not familiar with the lore of Dota, the Keen folk are the Clockwork. As far as I remember, the Sniper, the Tinker, and of course the Snapfire and the Timber Saw, if memory serves. And the Alchemist, of course, the little tiny guy sitting on top of the Ogre, not the Ogre itself. Yeah, with early aggressions not really working out for either side, LeBron insists on working on the Eidolons. Dodd. I think they're preparing to shove in the lane as much as they can. Level 2 already picking up at the Great Cleave this early. Ignoring the Warcry for now. Now, with all the magical damage coming out from the Malefice and the Impale, it does seem like shoving the wave into the face of the Enigma be like a right idea. Stormhammer landing on the Enigma is down bottom, and we also have a bit of a good approach, but eventually it's not going to be the Sniper that goes down first, but LeBron's Phoenix on the top lane. Close for zero Tenacity on the FB, but no cigar, not this time. But all this, Nefrit, keeping the Sniper at bay. Pablo, looking for the counterplay. Penitence on to the Clockwork, but no catch on Pablo just yet. Nefrit. Now remains to be seen what he's going to do for the next 100 seconds. Jonna Pro trying to do his best with the Mana Burning Satyr. Just making Nefrit's life a living hell, but all he's doing is just provoking the aggression from the Clockwork. Kachal doing pretty well with the farm on the Enigma. He's up on the top lane. Stormhammer once again engaging onto the Eidolons this time. The Malefice landing onto the Sven. This could be the aggro we were talking about that Winter Bear need. Despite the awkward lane positioning, no kill on the Sven. And I don't believe Nefrit should die here. He has the Lotus. He should be fine. Yes, he's just using the shrapnel charges stack up on his wand. Yeah, despite the back and forth, the Sand King is not really finding success. Stoikov is dominating 22-17 on his Monkey King. So do expect to see a rotation from the Simian Strider. As Jonna Pro mitigates the vision attempts of Pablo. Now already chasing with a little bit of a little hair bear and a harpy. Pablo will be forced to find another angle of approach here. Nefrit having used the Lotus. Metamorphosis pop one more time. Pablo diving deep, but gets the penitence treatment. It does not matter though, as the cogs will secure the catch on to the sniper. As predicted during the draft, this is a sacrifice Tenacity will need to make, and they might need to make it several times for it to pay off. Coming over though is under the vision. Oh no, it's only just a sentry ward at the Twin Gate, mind you. But oh, that's an observer, isn't it? Hold on. I'm trying to check. But yeah, it is an observer ward as well. LeBron's little gank attempt was already seen. Stoikov's little mischievous tree will be found. John a pro.
Dire are scanning.
Can't shake off the monkey. As the Jingu Mastery will connect a smackdown from Stoikov onto the sniper. As the big stick energy going out from the Black Myth Wukong. They weren't enough to get the kill.
This'll come in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Battery Assault connection onto John Pro, and Stoikov will just come around the bend for a double kill on the Monkey King. Nothing to do in the eyes of Bastille. The early gank will guarantee the Monkey King level 6. Rather early than expected. But Chal managing to kill Dot's courier, as Dot will just rage out on that. Donna Pro turned around, penitence on to the God Strengthening Sven.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But Dot, he's just mad with rage, getting the kills off as Stoikov taking out the Wisdom Rune, turning around onto the light, taking out the Nyx Assassin as Stoikov just keeps on monkeying about. LeBron getting close to that level 6. But I don't think it will happen on time, as Kachal also getting close to that level 6. His black hole could be a pain. Stormhammer turn around along with the Wukong's command, but Stoikov cannot help Dodd. It's an overextension on Zero Tenacity, which Winter Bear will punish. Stoikov cannot be serious about hanging out here. Impale on the mid lane. Delight and Pablo facing off, but the top action will eventually end. Zero Tenacity might not be the most tenacious group, but they are certainly aggressive. Now comes a Boundless Strike into the Impale. A little bit back and forth between Pablo, Stoikov, and Delight. As Bastille not finding the Burrow Strike initiation on this. Going around onto Stoikov. One more right click is all Stoikov needs for Jingu Mastery stack as reality. Going in with the join. Nefrit with the Sunder save onto the Monkey King. As Stoikov with the Boundless Strike joins up onto the Sand King. And one more right click is all he needs to get the SK as well. Simeon Stride keeping him alive, but free dancing across the lane would be quite impossible as Pablo. They are searching for Stoikov in the trees, but Stoikov will be patient, waits for the Boundless Strike to come off cooldown, and just smacks down reality on this mid lane. Cheeky gameplay from the Monkey.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's persistence from the Zero Tenacity side. It's definitely noticeable. 3,000 gold in the lead at the 10-minute turn mark. as Winter Bear are struggling to show anything for their efforts. At least all 3 cores make the 3K net worth. But at the very same time, Reality is about to be caught one more time. Wukong's command along with the Boundless Strike coming out from Reality. Half HPing the sniper. It's rather more of a warning than anything else coming out from Stoikov. But it definitely would have worked better if the Clockwork would have joined with a hook shot. There would have been a miscommunication on the Zero Tenacity side, but they don't really have anything to worry about. There's the Light and John are pro. They could jump onto the Phoenix. The Icarus dive doesn't proc despite Carapace, or actually it did, my bad. A little bit of a mini stun on LeBron. Oh, that is all she wrote.
Death and gold are linked.
Done with the Mask of Madness portion of his build, along with the 2 bracers, obviously. But could get caught out by Delight here.
Is under attack.
I don't know if Bastille can make the connection, though. Into their jungle. Good scan coming out from Dodd, but he will not see that an assassin is sitting on him. In the meantime, down bottom, they are moving on to Reality once more. It will be a successful move this time around. They will be punishing Pablo for the actions taken. Stoikov. Steepy's out of here once more. The Chal. Looking with the Midnight Pulse, maybe they could find the monkey. But it doesn't happen this time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Once again, the Mask of Madness,
Tower is under attack.
along with the God Strength, proving to be effective against towers.
Nothing will stand in my way.
As Gachal does have a BKB to turn, black hole to turn around with. I'm not really sure it's gonna be effective enough. That Frit a little slow on the Sunder. It will be an ultimate gone. And Stoikov lost. I don't think the black hole is gonna be in itself enough, but still joining in with the extra damage was definitely good to pop
Radiant's middle tower
that
is under
little bit of
attack.
gold on the monkey. Huge gains for Bastille. Pablo gonna be impaled by Delight as the cogs shut in the next assassin. The Carapace attempt coming out is not going to be enough as the hook shot will be committed into the Vendetta. Stoikov's Orb of Corrosion damage will get the kill as Kachal. And make a turn onto LeBron. Hand of God coming out to join the pro. Stoikov diving in though with the Wukong's command and the Boundless Strike as Bastille looking to turn around onto Dodge. Stormhammer onto the SK. Getting that kill on Kachal and Bastille will be important for Zero Tenacity. They need to make a statement here. As Bastille will manage to escape, but Don Yu Pro and Kachal will not be so lucky. 4K in the net worth lead, and with the Metamorphosis, push is available once again. As the Frit is doing his very best to finish off the Pipe of Insight in time. With that already on the way, TV doesn't really have much to worry about. Pipe done. 5k net worth lead.
Dire's middle tower is under
Basically
attack.
1,000 gold up every 3 minutes on
Dire's
Zero Tenacity
structures are
side.
fortified.
Really good tempo, even especially over a sniper. And speaking of reality, he is still struggling to finish his Maelstrom right now.
Dire's middle
But the rest of his
tower has
team is
fallen.
just surrounding him defensively, as they should. Nefrit and Pablo pushing on the bottom. LeBron shoving the lane up top. And Supernova and everything that comes with it available. Vessel almost done on LeBron. Maybe a curse dive coming out and the Sunray juke. The Phoenix will fly away. Back to the planet where he came from. Stoikov. Found from the other side. A little bit of back and forth between the monkey and the Chen as out comes Kachal.
Radiant's
Black
middle
hole
tower is under
onto the
attack.
Monkey King as the assassinate is readied up just to secure him. God. Blink, Mask of Madness, God Strength ready. Does he want this? Pablo in with a setup. The Satyr might have seen him. But does he want to make the jump? He did go for the blink as predicted. But as the Centaur gets control of him, out comes the Vendetta play. They get the control with Bastille as the Sunstrike, or actually Supernova, doesn't do much. Winter Bear pick up 3 in a row. Make it for us, Pablo. You will get Burst Strike. Double kill for the Sand King. Good execution on Winter Bear. And 17 minutes into play, they turn it around, diminishing the lead of their Tenacity to 2,000 gold. Gaben, for some reason, is favoring Radiant hard today, by the way. Went all the way to 70% win probability at 5 minutes in. But maybe he's just sniper favored due to bugs as Stoikov gets gunned down by Bastille and Kachal. Is Stoikov already falling off at 17 minutes in? I'd rather think that 25 minutes is where the monkey starts to struggle. Finding that farm for the BKB, getting those kills. But they are looking for the longer reach with the shard on the Monkey King
Dire's middle
sooner
tower
rather
is
than
under
later.
attack.
That's Dodd. Also, I need to get his BKB online as fast as possible. Item Scepter inside just yet on the Sven. But he might just need it, or maybe not. Just straight up jump onto Bastille. As Pablo will help secure the Sand King with the hook shot.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Zero Tenacity back to the Tier 1 tower where this whole thing started just about 5 minutes ago. Stoikov in the crosshair though of Winter Bear.
Radiant's middle
One
tower
up
has fallen.
on the objectives on the map, but Stoikov still under threat of Delight. But no one can help him exude the damage here. I don't think Delight is strong enough for this, but he'll try. Mischief trying to dodge out the damage as Stoikov doing his very best just to get the hell out of the Midnight Pulse. And the Eidolons alone will not be enough damage. Goes LeBron with the Sunray. I'll even put out Spirit Vessel charge on the Monkey King.
Dire are
Zero
scattered.
Tenacity. It's looking shaky as Winter Bear are coming up like groundwater. Sneaky, 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 but extremely stable. As reality, full Mjolnir build, no D-Lance or Hurricane Pike for the escape. Could be painful, especially as we're looking at a Supernova play from LeBron. Not level 12 just yet, but overall, they find the catch onto the steel. The Hand of God will not be enough to save the Sand King. Nefrit pushing onward, but the Centaurs will cut off their escape attempt. TP out of there with the Chen, but it's not enough as Stoikov and Dodd want to push onward. Out comes Francis Thunder onto the monkey as Stoikov just defending himself. We'll try and get that mischief off. Dodd will take care of the cockroach, also known as an assassin. 4 for the price of 1, as the only reason they didn't get team wipe was that the Chen TP'd out on time. John Yu Pro did his very best, just stand his ground with his creeps, but had to back off as soon as he saw that the whole Zero Tenacity team was approaching.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I will be curious to see, though, now that there's no escape items or defensive items on Winter Bear, how are they expecting to actually save the sniper? Yes, of course, there is a mechanism on John Yu Pro, but with Force Staff only on Kachal, this seems a little awkward as to why Delight is not the one with the Force Staff, the Stoikov. Get the bounty rune, getting the hell out of here. I mean, we'll still get the Impale Dagon Vendetta combo off onto the Monkey King, but Stoikov is unfazed by any of their attempts. Dud. Getting the Wisdom Rune, but Pablo getting the Diagonal Shard. Jetpack available for the Clockwork. For those backline flybys. Guess you can call that the Iron Man Mark 0. That's how the animation goes with the flailing clock. God, now done with the BKB. Is looking to finish up the Harpoon from the Echo Saber and, of course, the SNY. How could we forget? Totally skipping the Aghanim Scepter, though, by the way. He doesn't need the reach. Or at least that's his opinion on it. And with the control, they might just approach Roshan. LeBron? Putting the sentry a little low on the ground, not really addressing John Yu Pro's twin gate vision. Winterbear are fully aware of the plan of Zero Tenacity at taking out Roche, but they have nothing in their toolkit to actually counter it. Delight still snatching with the Carapace play. Huge Vendetta moves coming out from Delight with the Carapace. They'll try and attempt at just being a nuisance. I really thought Bastille or Kachal should have done like a black hole full team fight commitment on the Winter Bear side, but still, a snatch on the Aegis will still be nice. Despite all that, Zero Tenacity still get the gold for murdering Roche himself. Well, it's been a while since you saw a nice snatch. Nice Kachal with the Lotus Orb hanging out. Out comes the hook shot. Pablo forcing Kachal out of the play there as Dodd preemptively splits out the Stormhammer. The black hole is gone as LeBron even tips Kachal for the play. Bastille trying to connect onto the Monkey King as Dodd falling lower and lower and lower. That's why he needed that Aegis. Stiper is doing too much work on him. As they get the Sanking in exchange, but they need to drop the Supernova right on top of reality for this to work out. Reflection straight on to reality as they get the catch. Stoikov turns and they will get 3 more in exchange for the carry. I really thought when reality started focusing on targets that they would get more out of that fight on the Winter Bear side, but they did not back out as soon as the black hole failed. Of course, Nefert will turn around with the Metamorphosis and the Mantis Style. The light. Will go for the kill onto Pablo or attempt it. But despite all that, the Clockwork is strong. Gets the pipe treatment. They will melt the next one more time. Trying to hide with the Sand Shroud, but there is no hiding from Stoikov. Found and deleted is the SK.
Radiant structures are fortified.
All them
Radiant's top
scorpions,
tower is under attack.
all them scarabs. Nothing's gonna be enough to stop Zero Tenacity. At least it looks like it. Found the strike onto Kachal. on with the hook shot, but as soon as Sniper shows up, Pablo and Stoikov know it's time to back off just a little bit, although there is a DG rune on Stoikov, but it's actually Dodd who makes the connection onto the Sniper with the blink. Kachal, where are you running off to? Well, the answer is more than likely nowhere, as Stoikov makes the connection on U-Pro, despite his mechanism efforts.
Radiant's top tower is under
He
attack.
will actually manage to deter the enemy. Delight. Here comes the turnaround. Harpoon for the pull-in. Dodd is not scared at all. Hand of God will be committed. After all that, as Stoikov, Wukong's commands on to 3. Kachal, 24 seconds until the black hole. Will need to keep his distance as Zero Tenacity picking up 15 kills on the board. 15,000 net worth lead on the board with 25 kills to their name. They're constantly just slapping every attempt of Delight down. The fact that the Nyx hasn't gotten a kill in a huge time is pretty concerning as the Boundless Strike misses on Bastille. But despite all that, the hook shot is a little cut short by the Eidolons. LeBron will commit to Supernova just to send them back to their own high ground. Ifrit, long a little low. But he does have the Sunder pull in, as the Metamorphosis does a lot of work, keeping Winter Bear at bay. No casualties on either side. Black Hole is available, but there is no blink on the Enigma. Roots of Bearing, just for the faster initiation. And as the Light will need to learn the hard way that his triangle is not his own. Out comes the Carapace, but it doesn't really matter as Stoikov easily joins onto the Nyx. Bastille trying to set up the Black Hole here, but Dodd coming from the side. Easy catch onto the Sniper as this Black Hole, though, is not bad at all. Pablo, not enough mana for the hook shot, but Dodd just outright surviving this. As Bastille trying to hold Nefret and Stoikov at bay will be successful, but eventually will die to all this as the hook shot once again off the mark. The trees cut off. Stoikov is stuck. There isn't much Winterbear can do about this. Kachal running away from the monkey as eventually Zero Tenacity, when all is well and settled, all they lose is the Phoenix, and they will still take 3 to their name. Approaching the high ground against the Sniper, it is a little cumbersome, but you do have a Monkey King who is about to be even stronger and gunning for a Scotty. That's how I done on Stoikov. He has 2,000 gold sitting in his inventory, not doing much as the hook shot connects. Reality. It's kicking in hard as Nefrit trying to get the connection on to the Sniper. Eventually Nefrit, the Sunder's off, but I don't think he's surviving this one. Good attempt at trying to take out Reality, but eventually Zero Tenacity will be slapped on the face. Punishing the Sniper high ground approach as it should be. Although, to be fair, the Sniper wasn't on the high ground, it's just that they need a sliver more damage onto Reality. Look at old Malfurion Storm Rage. Was gonna free farm top for a while. And Zero Tenacity doing their very best to take out outer objectives, or at least pressure them by cutting off the waves themselves.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
At the very same time, going for the overwhelming blink. Now that the SNY is done, on top of everything else. Not the Satanic, not the Aghanim Scepter, the overwhelming blink.
Radiant's bottom
More
tower
strength,
is under
more
attack.
strong.
Dire's top tower
Can't really
is
argue with
under
that.
attack.
More HP, more damage as the Light. They will find the next assassin. As Pablo makes a nice connection. The Carapace does a little bit of work, but eventually they do get the Scarab down. John U Pro doing his very best to just find a few creeps. Just aggro on lanes with. Skachal currently gunning for an Aghanim Scepter, but still not having the reach item that he kind of needs for a perfect black hole. And not even a BKB to defend against the Stormhammer or the Boundless Strike. Stoikov on the reach for Pastel. Even with the Boundless Strike and 2 levels in the lead, Stoikov is struggling to find a reach, but Dodd is here with the blink, gets the catch. Kachal gonna get hook shotted and cogged at the very same time. Stoikov looking for the contact.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
They'll
bottom
back
tower
off.
has
Just a
fallen.
little bit of a fake back to get the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Mid is available to them, although they need to shut the lane there. So they will commit to the high ground. And the tier 3, 32 minutes in. 70,000 gold in the lead. Stoikov pushes out the Boundless Strike a little too late or early. It's hard to tell as the light struggles with LeBron, but will succeed. Out comes the black hole onto Dodd, but still, the Nyx is dead. The BK being Sven, trying and struggling to survive here. Nefrit with the saving grace of the Sunder. As Dodd just cannot turn around here. Stoikov with a Boundless Strike, trying to get the save off. The Assassinate will contact along with the Burrow Strike. They do find the kill on the Sven. Winter Bear saving their tier 3 tower with only 43 HP
Radiant's
left on it.
middle tower is under
But it
attack.
is a save. A save is a save is a save. An expensive save, but overall worth it. Only 1 buyback for the 2 kills. As their Tenacity should have backed off and claimed Roshan instead. More than likely. Hitting their head against the wall for that decision. Control on Roshan, and now in the hands of Winter Bear. No black hole for 100 seconds, FYI. But they do have Epicenter to use on Bastille, which he hasn't really executed much. And I'm guessing the tactic is that Bastille can go in with the blink initiation, so why should the Enigma? But still, the black hole is the main focus of all the fights. As reality gains the ages, they turn on LeBron, get the Phoenix in time as Stoikov looking for the Wukong's command drop onto 3. The hook shot connected onto something, I just didn't see what. It's Pablo. In the midst of all the fighting, will not turn his attention onto the Sanking on time. The Sunder save onto the Monkey as Dodd comes around the bend. They do get the SK, and Dodd trying to get the counter kills, will find 2 to save his life, but Kachal looking to gun down Dodd, the Assassinate. It will rather be connected onto Nefrit. Find the vision, find the kill, and we'll be happy with that exchange. 2 for 3.
Dire's bottom tower
As Winter Bear trying to get the swing off, just as we had in the previous series from Krivya and Quantum.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
But they will need to gun down these tier 2 objectives as fast as possible, because of course, you can bet your Nelly that Dodd will be doing his very best to just shove in lanes and objectives as fast as possible. Reality. Opting in for the reset, take over the top side of the map. At least that's what he's indicating on the map drawing. And of course, Zero Tenacity would love to have the outpost on the top side of the map, but they are not going to have the opportunity to take the Radiant outpost. I think that would be suicide on the Sven. There's tier 3 hours, or tier 3 items are dropping out of the sky. 2 Cloak of Flames for the Dire, by the way. 1 on Stoikov, 1 on Pablo. But Paladin Swords on all Dad, LeBron, and Nefrit. I kind of like the theme of it. overall. No surprises that the Sven actually went for the Elven Tunic. Or the Sniper went for the Elven Tunic. There's Vambrace on the light, though. It's kind of interesting. Maybe just wants that extra tankiness, right? Optimus hero. It's dangerous situations, you need a bit of survivability. That's Dodd making the jump onto the mix. But the hook shot connection onto the Sanking and the Sniper is what is huge for Pablo. A beautiful hooker coming through, but speaking of hookers, out comes Stoikov as well with the catch, with the connection. It is a stick, not a hook, but they almost get the kill onto the Sniper as Dodd frontlining for his team right now. The Sniper needed to back off in this sitch as Reality gets controlled on. He uses the Aegis and a huge separation play coming out from Zero Tenacity. They force Winterberg to back off as Reality was hit so hard he even disconnected for this one. A little bit of tauntage coming out from LeBron, but it is his style. Can't argue against it or for it. 70 seconds without the Sniper, though. No black hole available for the next team fight. As I do believe Kachal kind of messed up putting out that team, putting out the black hole only solo once again on the Sven. And a huge separation play from Zero Tenacity. Once again reiterating on that previous move. That was extremely convincing. And it even looked practiced, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna gambit our carry Sven. Let him front face all the damage, and then we're gonna take care of the enemy carry. But yeah, the cogs for sure from Pablo. Basically won the game right there. But good question if this is actually the game-winning play. Checking on buybacks, Realities is still 1,600 gold away, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to be having that for the next higher ground defense. It's more than a minute of pushing opportunity for Zero Tenacity. Safe play, of course, is to take out the tier 2 tower on the mid lane, but I don't think this match Zero Tenacity have been holding back anything. Risk after risk after risk coming out from Dodd and crew. There's the Frit. But a Scotty moving on from a Crystallis. I don't think he has a full Daedalus coming out just yet. Yeah, that is correct. He's not going to go for that. He is going to go for a Monkey King Bar to counter Reality's Butterfly, leaving Dud to his own vices along with Stoikov. Stoikov, we did mention that at like minute 25-ish, the monkey does fall off just a little bit. But he is keeping a fairly good tempo compared to Reality. And Dodd continuing to try and finish up the Satanic and a Daedalus of his own. Here comes the Metamorphosis push. A full minute without the Sniper. How much damage can Zero Tenacity do here? If Stoikov manages to push down the tier 2 tower on the mid lane, there could be more than they would bargain for. As LeBron stuck into play here. Beautiful bro checking out from Bastille. They do manage to secure the Phoenix. But it's a tight 30 seconds. So remember, what this push doesn't do much.
Middle tower is under attack.
And as previously mentioned, no holding back for the Zero Tenacity lineup. They didn't go for the safe play. They go for the gambit, trying to take out the tier 3 up top, but they only managed to take out a quarter of the HP on the tower. On the bottom, though, they could just spit on that tower, and then it would basically fall. Only 50 HP left. more and more it seems like bases are kind of like a hard-boiled egg. As soon as you crack one part of him, basically, you do fall apart. And the tempo of the game comes out in a way that if you take a whole racks, you usually have that extra tempo to get the double. If it works out that way. I do have a bit of a Terror Blade. Keep of that aggro. Something Winter Rare will painfully keep in mind for sure. But Kachal, now with an Aghanim Scepter Black Hole available, deals additional damage equivalent to 4% in its max health per second. And yeah, uninterruptible pull in a 1,200 radius. Stoikov spitting, Hawk 2ing on the bottom tier 3 tower. With that said and done, Winter Bear.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Conjure Images versus the Eidolons gameplay coming through. Nefrit and the boys.